Hey guys, welcome back to Medical Coding with Blue. Okay, so today is going to be a catch-up and also how to get into medical coding if you are brand new to my channel. And if you're brand new to the wonderful world of medical coding, how to get started, like learning, okay? But first, there's going to be a few announcements. Number one, AHIMA has canceled the Advocacy Summit in Washington, D.C. So with the coronavirus, there is going to be an abundance of precaution. So I think this is why it got canceled. They will hold a virtual Hill Day on March 24th. So if you're interested, check out the AHIMA website at ahima.org. That's AHIMA.org. Okay? And the other thing is, I have been getting lots and lots of questions. Now, I don't mind answering questions, guys. Like straightforward, really quick questions. But if you're asking me questions that require lots of detail and lots of time where I'm having to sit there and look up codes to make sure that these codes are correct or whatever, this is considered tutoring time, okay? If you need tutoring time, reach out to me, ask me for my rates, let me know, okay? I'm happy to schedule time with you and do a tutoring session one-on-one because that's the way I do my tutoring sessions. It's usually over the phone or, by instant messenger, however. But keep that in mind when you're asking questions. Again, I don't mind answering questions, but please expect to, if you are going to ask for more time, that I have to do a tutoring session with you, okay? And so my rates are very reasonable. Just let me know if you're interested, okay? I also have a Patreon page. Now, my Patreon page is a monthly subscription to channel like YouTube is, right? But you pay to see different episodes. And I have supporter levels that start off at $1 per month. And it goes all the way up. And as you get higher in your pledge amounts, some include one-on-one tutoring time. So if that is something that you're interested in, some of these packages do include like 1 hour or so of tutoring time. And then I have one package that includes 4 hours of tutoring time, okay? So there's a lot of benefits to being on Patreon, okay? But if you don't want to do Patreon, that's fine. Let me know that you want to do a tutoring session and I will totally set that up with you, okay? You get literally one-on-one time with me. And I have my 10 years plus of experience backing me, okay? So just how I am with you guys here is how I am with everybody. I'm completely myself at all times. So anyway, so that is that. And the other thing is, one thing that I have to give a shout out to Brenda. Brenda, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. The books. So this is not an ad, by the way, but Optum, call me, I only use Optum books, okay, when it comes to like the medical coding books. Now, there's different brands of medical coding books, but I rely on the Optum books because these books are very comprehensive. They've got lots of good information in them. They're very user-friendly and they're geared towards the user, which is the medical coder or the provider. And so there's lots of good information in them. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive than, say, another brand. But the other brand is not going to have all of the information that these Optum books have. And yes, while some people may think it's the same thing, it's not technically the same thing, even though they may have the same codes. They have the code set in there. The quality of the book is what is going to matter. So the quality of your tools, whatever you get to learn with, is going to have an impact on how you see things, okay? If you are using tools that are just okay, and not giving you all that other detail, because Optum 360, their books, they offer like the notes and things like that. So this is why I tell you guys, and I've been confused as to why some people are like, oh, I didn't see that, or I didn't read that, or whatever. And I'm like, how did they not see that? It's right there in the section. but duh, it's a different brand of book. Yes, it is an ICD-10 book, but it is not the Optum book that they were talking about. So that's what I mean when I say that. I did take a screenshot of the PCS book, even though I don't personally have a PCS book, but I did take a screenshot of it and I posted it on my Instagram, so that way you guys can see what the Optum PCS book looks like. I also posted a picture of the ICD-10 diagnosis book. I posted it in the community tab. And I believe I posted it in the Instagram as well. On Instagram. I posted it on Instagram as well, so that way you guys can see this is the particular book that I use. Okay, so if you hear me say, look in your Appendix A or Appendix B or Appendix C, that's the book that I'm referring to. And if I will get better with showing you guys this is the book, because I'm thinking everybody has the same book, and I shouldn't think that, but I do. And unfortunately, that was where the confusion was until Brenda brought it up, and she's like, well, I have this other book. Oh, that explains why. That explains why you didn't know about this, or why you didn't have this one. Okay, so but yes, that is the deal on that one. But yes, try to get really good tools when it comes to the coding books. I do post them on my Instagram. So again, check out my Instagram, medicalcodingwithbleu, all one word, BLEU is my name spelled. So I will leave a link for my Instagram down in the description box below as well. All right, so getting into the big question for today. How do I get started with medical coding? Okay. Lots of people are asking this question. I'm going to touch on this. I'm probably going to do a separate video as well, just to sort of supplement and pass along. Please share it if you do get it and you think it might help somebody, because I do get this question quite often. If you are interested in becoming a medical coder, now some people think medical biller and coder, okay? A biller is not the same as a coder. Okay, it's two separate job functions. Yes, it's under the same umbrella, and usually they say it, but it doesn't. One is not synonymous with the other. Okay, the same person can do both the billing and the coding. Sometimes that happens, but not always. Usually you will have a separate biller, and then usually you will have a separate coder, because that biller has a handful working with the insurance company as it is. The coder has their hands full working with the provider. So that's why it's two separate things, okay? You do not have to be certified to be a medical biller. Medical billers do not have to have the same technical knowledge that a medical coder has to have. You can have your high school diploma and become a medical biller. If you want to do self-study and you don't want to go through a program for medical coding, the CCA, or the Certified Coding Associate through the American Health Information Management Association, allows you to test for their CCA, okay? And so you can get that credential. I don't know about AAPC. I've been getting like conflicting answers. So you have to check with them yourself, please. Check with them. Get on their customer service hotline, because trust me, every time I get on the website, the little thing starts popping up. Well, how can we help you? How can we help you? No, I'm just here doing recon, okay? I'm getting information that I'm bringing back to my channel, okay? Now, neither one of these associations pays me to advertise or whatever. They don't, okay? This is just me passing on this information, okay? You are free to check out either association. AHIMA and AAPC, the American Health Information Management Association, and the American Academy of Professional Coders are the two major medical coding association powerhouses, okay? Now, these two associations have their own separate credentials. Now, my advice is to go to either association website and check out the benefits of their membership. See what you like and what credential would you qualify for, okay? Because some have different educational requirements. So look and see what you would qualify for, so that way you can see which one you want to do. You can also look in your area under medical coder and see what credentials are they looking for, okay? Sometimes they're looking for the CCS, sometimes they're looking for CCSP, sometimes they're looking for the CCA, and sometimes they're looking for a CPC, which is with AAPC, or CPC-A, okay, which is the apprentice, okay? With AAPC, if you take their, I know it's a lot, so just try to follow me. With AAPC, they have what is called the CPC-A, okay, which is a Certified Professional Coder Apprentice. You have to do a certain amount of hours on the job, or you have to do this thing called Practicode, and in order to get that A removed, okay, then you are a full-fledged CPC, okay? But until you either gain experience or you take that Practicode, that A is going to stay with you, okay? The goal is to get that A to come off, so that way you can be a full-fledged CPC. You know, it'll show that you have experience that way. Now, go through them if that's what you want to go through, or go through AHIMA, okay? I belong to AHIMA, but I always give you guys a choice because it's not my life. It is your life. And I know fine coders from either association, so please don't ask me which one do I think is better, okay? I'm always going to recommend AHIMA because that's who I belong to. But I also give you guys the choice of going with AAPC because sometimes, whether it's the length of the test that is the hang-up, because with AHIMA credentials, you're looking at 4 hours to take your exam, okay? With AAPC, you're looking at 5.5 hours, okay, to take their exam. So there's a difference. Pay attention to the differences in the exams, okay? And that way you know which one you want. But both associations offer online programs to become a medical coder, so you can go either way. Both of them have it. Look at their packages, look what they offer. If you have a background in anatomy, physiology, medical terminology, of course it's going to be a lot easier for you because you've got your good base level down. If you don't worry, okay? I didn't have any experience at all whatsoever. I was so far away from medical, it wasn't even funny. But if you don't have experience, that's fine. You just have to apply yourself, okay? Use flashcards. That's what I always talk about in my videos. Take your time, go through my videos. I've got plenty of videos. I have over 200 videos. And I do talk very candidly about different topics, about advice and things like that. And I do say it in the title, you know, this is advice to medical coding students, or which medical coding association do I recommend, or what online or in-person classes, you know, which would be better. Obviously, it's going to depend on you. If you are somebody that has to physically go somewhere, then look for these trade school programs. But if you're going to go that route, make sure that you vet the heck out of that trade school, because with trade schools, sometimes you just go to this trade school like I did. Okay, I went to a trade school, but it was all an online program. And I may as well have been at home for all of the instructor led that I had, which was next to nothing. Okay, we had somebody that was a coder that would come in and do a lecture every other week. You know what I mean? Or maybe once a week, if that, you know. But we didn't have any hands-on instruction. It was literally all you learned from the book, you know. So if you're going to learn from the book and you're going to a trade school, you may as well, you know, get whatever good deal that you can get, okay? So if it's a cheaper deal for you to stay at home and be at home, then do that. If it's better for you, or if you find a really good training program that they do a lot of hands-on, then that's good. But just be aware they're not all like that, okay? I know it is a lot. I know there's a lot of, oh, it's this and it's this and it's this, but I'm telling you guys, go to the association websites, either one of them, check into them, ask them questions, get on the customer service hotlines and talk to them and tell them that you're interested in becoming a medical coder, if that is what you want to do, and go from there. But just pick one of those, because AHIMA and AAPC those are the credentials that they're looking for. If you're coming up with some of those, and there's a lot of other different ones that I have personally never heard of. And if I were you, I would look to see who is looking for those credentials, because I mean, maybe, I don't know if people are looking for a particular credential with some other association that I don't know, but I've been in the industry for over 10 years. The trusted big names are AHIMA and AAPC. Not to say that the other companies aren't trustworthy. I'm just saying that the ones that are most familiar and that have been around for a long time is AHIMA and AAPC. Now, AHIMA is steeped in history, okay? That is the original. That is the OG of medical coding associations. So I'm just saying, all right? Ask a lot of questions. I know that it is like a fire hose of information at you, but you can do it. Do your research, okay? Because as a medical coder, that's all you're going to be doing is research. So you may as well get used to it now. If you have questions, you can email me, but please keep in mind, I have a golden rule. Please ask me very specific questions. If you ask me very general questions, like what is your advice on how to get into medical coding, I'm going to direct you to the videos, okay? I don't mind answering questions that are very specific, but if you ask me general questions, again, to the videos. Or I will tell you to look up on Google, okay? Because a lot of these questions can be answered through Google as well, okay? But if you want a specific question, then I'm your girl, okay? But it's got to be very specific, okay? Yeah, and I'm not doing it to be ugly. I'm just doing it because I am one person and I need to be able to direct my time appropriately. And in order to do that, to serve more people, I need to be very selective about what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, okay? Because I don't mind helping people, and it's me to a fault. So I have to be very careful, because now there's more people coming on, which is really great. And I am so thankful for that. But I want to make sure that I still have energy for everyone, okay? So if I tell you to look on through my videos and things like that, is because I've already answered this question, okay? And if something is still not clear, then go ahead and let me know specifically what it is that you're interested in, okay? So with that, I am going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But I do a lot on my channel. We talk about different topics, and I talk about how to code. I talk about different topics on coding. I am going to get to that one about do to, because that is an interesting topic to get to. I'm also going to be talking about sequencing, okay? That's going to be coming up in a couple more videos, okay? I have to write these things out, y'all, and it's me that's writing these out. I'm not getting these from a book, okay? I have to make these up. I have to be able to think through them clearly, and I have to make sure that they are correct before I sit here and talk to you guys about it, because I've had some sharp eagle eyes, and I want to make sure that I stay on top of those eagle eyes and that I say it correctly, okay? So yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, but I will leave all of my contact information below, my email address, my Instagram, my Patreon if you are interested in becoming a Patreon member. Like I said, I have supporter levels that start out at $1, and it is more candid me. And I do give exercises on there. I do talk about things on Patreon that are separate from my YouTube channel. I do not share what I've talked about on Patreon on YouTube, because I think that there's a thing about exclusivity, and you guys are choosing to be there, so you all deserve it. But yep, that's it. And if you are interested, please thumbs up and hit that bell. Hit that bell that tells you, hey, she's got another video out. Because I do try to post almost every single day. There's some days when I don't get a chance to, but for the most part, I am talking to you guys every single day because I think it's important. And sometimes You guys are giving me a lot of inspiration when you're asking questions and things like that, and I'm really grateful for it. So keep those questions coming. If you have any questions for Q&A Tuesday, I'm already stockpiling those because I already have a good list going. I've got like 6 questions already, so I'm very happy about that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But thank you guys for watching. If you are a medical coder, a medical coding student, somebody curious about the fascinating world of medical coding, a provider or a nurse, I invite you to like and subscribe and follow me on my journey in medical coding. I will see y'all next time. Bye.